Hi guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to the session. Welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform, the BYJU'S Exam Prep. Very good evening everyone and welcome to the session. Good evening Ravi, good evening Manasi. Very good evening everyone. Good evening Rishabh. Yes guys, so this is the signal and system part number 2. The signal and system part number 2. We had the discussion of several topics of IIT Kanpur PYQs 2015, 2007, 2001 in the yesterday's signal and system class, targeted toward basics of signal and system, convolution, both discrete and continuous time Fourier series and continuous time Fourier transform. Also we saw the questions based on the Nyquist rate, that is the sampling theorem. Good evening Gokul and Surendra. And in this today's very important session, we'll be targeting the questions of Laplace Z DFT. Okay, this is the combination that we are going to cover today. So quickly let's get started. This is a brief intro about me. Your mentor and educator Rakesh. I have secured All India rank 9th in the GATE examination. Completed my masters from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I've been training more than 12 years and I've trained more than 50,000 students, and this is what is my major area of expertise, as you're able to see on the screen, right? Okay, chalo. No, Ravi, not tomorrow, because 11 a.m. I have another class tomorrow. Okay, so I will take it up in another day, don't worry, but that will be there. Transmission lines quiz will be there. Okay, so guys, 20th August, that is tomorrow, straight at 8 p.m. BYJU'S Exam Prep brings you a scholarship if you want to prepare with the GATE preparation programs under the best faculty team of the nation, and if you want financial assistance, prove yourself and earn up to 90% scholarship and minimum 20% scholarship assured after appearing in this examination. And also guys, to boost up your preparation, to convert you now from aspirants to champions, 10 to toppers, the BYJU'S Exam Prep GATE YouTube English channel, the channel where you're watching this session, is bringing you a very important series, that is GATE Champion series. This series is going to cover 500 plus important questions to cover up all important concepts of GATE. So it's just like a live GATE workbook. Yes, 500 or more than 500 questions. It's just like a workbook for you, but that's a live workbook, not a printed workbook. That's a live workbook that we are going to cover on YouTube, right? Covering all MSQ, NAT, MCQ type of question for all branches starting from 25 August. Yes, save the date, mark the date. From 25 August, this important series will begin to you on the same channel. So do not forget to subscribe the channel. Also guys, tomorrow, that is Saturday, right, at the time of 8 p.m. Saturday at the time of 8 p.m. I bring you another important session. Okay, the 3 C's of GATE preparation. Yes, you are preparing for GATE. You need to be very strong in content. You need to be confident. So how to gain this confidence? What factors can make you confident for GATE preparation? And everything fails if you are not consistent. Every effort goes into waste if you lose consistency. These are the 3 important C's of the GATE preparation, and we are going to talk in brief about these 3 preparations tomorrow at the 8 p.m. on the same channel. Join me live, and this is the first question for today. The bilateral Laplace transform of a function, very simple question. The bilateral Laplace transform of the function, which is a rectangular pulse given here. The bilateral Laplace transform of a function ft, which is equal to 1 from a less than equal to t less than equal to the b. Let us assume a or b are both positive, although they may be negative also. This is a rectangular pulse, right? This is a rectangular pulse. Now, how can you represent this rectangular pulse? It's a very simple representation. So ft, any rectangular pulse guys, can be represented as a difference of 2 unit steps. One of the unit steps starting from t equal to a. Right, the unit step that will start from t equal to a is known as the u of t minus a. Okay, another one, now minus this is the first step and minus the second step. So when you minus the second step signal starting from b, 1 minus 1 will be 0. This portion will become 0 and you will get this particular rectangular waveform. So what is the next step signal? It is starting from t minus b. So whenever you might have studied the basics of signals, you know these techniques. Any rect pulse can be represented as subtraction of 2. Okay, now guys, what is the Fourier transform? What is the Fourier transform of ut? Ut is having the Fourier transform 1 by s, right? So what is the Laplace transform here? Ut 1 by s, ut minus a, time shift property, e power minus as, again ut 1 by s, but ut minus b, time shift property, so e power minus bs, because if xt has the Laplace transform xs, x of t minus t naught, the time shift property says that the Laplace transform will be xs e power minus st naught. Correct? Okay, so that means the answer is e power minus as minus e power minus bs divided by the s. That is the option number C. That is the option number C. Correct? Good evening, dreamer. Okay, guys, the option number C is the very simple and the very correct answer. Although you can solve it directly also. So if you're not able to apply the property, you can follow this approach as well. What else you can do? The direct Laplace transform formula, that is integral minus infinity to infinity. Bilateral बोला है ना, तो minus infinity to infinity ft e power minus st dt. But here ft is equal to constant, that is 1. So you have only integral e power minus st, but ft is 1 for the limits a to b, right? So it is a very simple integral e power minus st divided by minus s, lower limit a, upper limit b, right? Minus को ऊपर ले जाए तो you can change the limit. So e power minus as minus e power minus bs divided by s, eventually the same answer. You can directly integrate also. You can directly integrate also. Right? Acha. Now some important points to be added here. Okay, some important points to be added here. Before I add them, have a look into this question. Let the signal ft equal to 0 outside the interval t1, t2, where t1 and t2 are finite. Furthermore, modulus of ft is less than infinity, that is ft is always bounded. Modulus of ft less than infinity, that is ft is a bounded signal. That means all the values are finite, all the values are bounded. Okay, it is bounded and ft is equal to 0 outside a particular interval. So it is also of finite duration. It is also of finite duration. Whenever a signal is of finite duration and bounded, what is the ROC? What is the ROC? Some important properties you must always remember. You must always remember. Right. The ROC for a bounded signal which is finite in duration is entire S-plane. If I look into the previous question and when I'm solving the integral is always convergent. There is no chance that integration diverges. If the integral can diverge if you have e power infinity. But here the integration is always convergent. So that is why in the previous question there is no ROC, because the ROC is entire S-plane. This Laplace transform exists. This Laplace transform exists for all values of S. Look into this integration carefully. Tell me where will this integration go to infinity? There is no possibility. Okay. There is no possibility. So guys, some important points you have to remember. Some important points you have to remember on to which questions can be related. Number one, if you have a left-sided signal. If you have a left-sided signal, the ROC is of what form? ROC sigma greater than minus a, right? For example, ROC means right-sided. ROC is also right-sided. If a signal is right-sided, ROC is also right-sided, lying to the right of the pole minus a. For example, e power minus at ut. E power minus at ut is having the Laplace transform 1 upon s plus a for sigma greater than minus a. Very important pair this is, right? Devanshu, this is English, but very simple English. Now this is right-sided signal. So what is the ROC for the right-sided signal? ROC for, sorry, right-sided to likh diya maine. I'm sorry guys. By mistake, this I meant this as right-sided. I think slip of tongue or slip of words. This one is right-sided. Now I go to the left-sided. Now I go to the left-sided, and left-sided ROC is sigma less than minus a. That means ROC is also left-sided in nature. ROC is also left-sided in nature. Say for example, if you have e power minus at u of minus t, which is left-sided, this will have the Laplace transform minus 1 upon s plus a for sigma less than minus a. Again, this is an important Laplace transform formula to be remembered, right? The third case, if it is a two-sided signal, right, ROC is of the form sigma 1 less than sigma 2. That is a finite strip between two poles. That is a finite strip between two poles, right? Say for example, when you want to talk about the signal e power minus a mod t, this has the Laplace transform minus 2a divided by s square minus a square minus a less than sigma less than plus a. Minus a less than sigma less than plus a. Finite strip from minus a to plus a. And last but not the least, the point that we have discussed in the previous two questions, when the signal is neither right-sided nor left-sided, whenever it is a finite duration bounded signal, right? The ROC is all values of S, entire S plane. Now let's go towards a different question. GATE 2015 2 marks question. This is let xt is equal to alpha st plus s minus t with the st is beta e power minus 4t ut, where ut is the unit step function. If the bilateral Laplace transform of xt is given to you 16 upon s square minus 16 minus 4 less than sigma less than 4, what should be the value for beta? What should be the value for beta? Xt is alpha st plus s of minus t. Alpha st plus s of minus t, right? Okay, so what is the xt? Let us put down the st. St is given beta e power minus 4t ut. So what will be s minus t? Beta e power plus 4t u of minus t. Okay, so what should be the Laplace transform according to our calculation? According to us, Laplace transform will become the alpha beta is multiplied by 1 upon s plus 4 plus beta e power plus at. So it will be 1 upon s minus 4 minus 1 upon s minus 4 u of minus t, because it is left sided. This particular formula I can apply. Good evening, Payush. Okay. Now we need to simplify and compare with the given expression to obtain what is the value of the beta. First of all, let me take the beta common. Right. So I get the alpha s minus 4 minus of s plus 4 divided by a plus b a minus b, that is s square minus 16. That should be the value of the xs. Now what is going to be beta? Isko simplify karenge. Acha, ROC is okay, you can judge. Sigma greater than minus 4, right? This is right sided na, to iske liye sigma greater than minus 4, and this is left sided, to sigma less than the pole, sigma less than 4. So eventually greater than minus 4 less than 4, so minus 4 to 4. That is okay. Okay, good evening all. So ye ho gaya, this one is equal to the beta alpha s minus 4 alpha minus s minus 4 divided by s square minus 16. Take the constants on one side, so beta, right, alpha, s ko constant le, s alpha minus 1 minus 4 alpha minus 4 divided by s square minus 16. Ab dekho, in this expression, in the numerator there is no s term. So if there is no s term, so alpha minus 1 has to be 0. Otherwise there will be a s term coming up. So coefficient of s ko 0 kiya, alpha equal to 1. Right? And if alpha is equal to 1, then you are left with beta. This part is vanished away. Then you are left with beta minus alpha minus 4, and this should be total equal to the numerator given 16. Look into this calculation. Beta into minus 4 alpha minus 4. Alpha value is 1. So beta into minus 4, that is minus 8, it's 16. Beta is minus 2. Check the calculation, guys. Beta should be the minus 2. Good evening, Narendra. The beta is minus 2. Everybody check out this value. The beta is minus 2, right? Okay, check the calculations. Let me know for any confusions. Okay. So this was again a Laplace transform question. This is a GATE 7 Laplace transform basic question. Actually convolution, but to be simplified by Laplace transform. Actually it is based on convolution, guys. Take it up quickly. But to be simplified by Laplace transform, I believe. Laplace transform can help you simplify this a lot. Yes, guys, come on. Come on, take up this next question. And if you are getting your answers, keep liking the session in case you have not liked. Chalo. Okay, yeah, let's move ahead now. Okay, so what is UT convolution RT? Okay, if UT RT denote the unit step and unit ramp function, and UT convolution RT is their convolution, then the function UT plus 1 convolution RT minus 2. Array guys, here very simple facts can be used. What is the UT Laplace transform? 1 by S. And what is the Laplace transform of ramp signal? 1 by S square. One of the basic formulas that you must remember. So guys, what is UT convolution RT? What is UT convolution RT? UT convolution RT, whenever two signals are convoluted, their Laplace transforms are multiplied. So it becomes 1 by S cube actually. Okay. Now, what should be the Laplace transform for how much? UT plus 1. Convolution RT minus 2. Okay, should be how much? 1 by S cube. Dekho, time shifting property. Right, time shifting property. So UT plus 1, e power plus S. RT minus 2, e power minus 2S. Two time shifts are there, so two exponential or two phase terms will come up here. So this is equal to e power S, e power minus 2S. Will total become e power minus S. Now 1 upon S cube is the Laplace transform of which signal? Right. 1 upon S cube kaise aayega? So for 1 upon S cube, you have to take the parabolic, unit parabolic. T square by 2. What is the Laplace transform for T square by 2? The Laplace transform for T square by 2 is 1 by X cube. 1 by S cube. Actually, the Laplace transform of T power N, in general, if you want to recall, this is factorial N upon S raised to the power N plus 1. Factorial N upon S raised to the power N plus 1. So, what is the inverse Laplace transform for this? This is the Laplace transform. So, 1 upon S cube is for T square by 2. But e power minus S will go for the time shifting. So t ki jagah t minus 1. T minus 1 whole square by 2. Right, t minus 1 whole square by 2 is the answer. T minus 1 whole square by 2. Of course, t square by 2 ut actually. Okay. This t power n, I mean t power n ut, right-sided signal only. Correct. So this is a convolution to be simplified by Laplace. Otherwise, direct convolution will be, of course, tedious here. Next question on your screen. If the Laplace transform of a signal is given to you, final value. So now many of you might start applying the final value and lead into a wrong answer. If you apply the final value theorem here, you will get into a wrong answer. Sir, why? Because when you look into the poles, Laplace, देखो, final value theorem is applicable if all poles are in left half plane, a maximum one pole at origin. Otherwise, final value theorem is not applicable. Now here, there are the poles which are S equal to 0 and plus 1. And when there is a pole in RHP, whenever there is even a single pole in RHP, the final value is unbounded. The final value is unbounded, infinity. The final value is unbounded. Option number D is the correct option. The option number D is the very correct option. The option number D is the very correct option. Unbounded. Okay. Next question. The solution of the ordinary differential equation d2y by dt square plus 5dy by dt plus 6y equal to 0 is such that y0 equal to 2, y1 equal to minus of 1 minus 3e by e cube. What is the value of dy by dt at 0? Once again, initial value of dy by dt. Acha. Now how to find the initial value? Initial value theorem aayega, but first of all, we have to solve this differential equation. We have to solve. Okay, so first, what is that property you have to recall? If xt has the Laplace transform, directly लिख देते हैं property में. So what is the differential equation given to me? d2y by dt square plus 5dy by dt plus 6y equal to 0. Take the Laplace transform. So second derivative Laplace transform, s square ys minus sy0 minus y dash 0. Y dash means first derivative at 0, which may be given to you. y1 का need तो नहीं होगा. Okay, let's check it out. Right. Then plus 5 dy by dt s into ys minus y0 plus 6 ys is equal to the 0. 6ys is equal to the 0. This shouldn't be y1, and if they are taking you towards y1, then this is a question based on CF actually. Then this cannot be in the signals. Now, if they are giving the boundary values y0 and y1, then this question has to be solved by CF. This question has to be solved by the concept of complementary function. Pi will anyways be 0, right? Y1 given. So this has to be y. If y dash 0 is given, then we can solve by the Laplace transform. I'm sorry guys, this is a maths question. I think when I have taken this question from the book, maybe that question in the book they have put it in signals. This is a maths. This has to be solved by the mathematics approach. This has to be solved by the mathematics approach. Okay, यहाँ पे ये unknown है. This is not given y dash 0. We need the initial values to solve the differential equation by Laplace transform, right? So we have to find CF. CF will give you two unknowns, and then okay, it's a very simple case. The auxiliary equation will be solved. The roots are -2, -3. Roots are real and distinct. Okay, so this has to be solved by CF. ये maths में जाएगा actually. Okay, ये maths में जाएगा actually. ठीक है? So let's go to the next question. Okay. But yeah, maths में कैसे जाएगा? Only CF is required. Auxiliary equation will be formed, and that is why two unknowns will come. What will be the auxiliary equation? M square plus 5m plus 6 equal to 0. So m will be -2 -3. If m is -2 and -3, what will be the CF? C1 e power -2t. CF means y की बात कर रहे हैं. Y is equal to C1 e power -2t plus C2 e power -3t. So you have two unknown C1, C2, right? Correct, Shubham, I know. Okay, so you can find the value of C1, C2 by the two given values, Y0 and Y1. Okay, so let's not go for maths question here. Let's come to the signals again, but still I have given you the hint. इस तरीके से solve करोगे आप इसको. Okay, you can solve it by this procedure. Now, what is the only thing you need? C1 and C2. You need the C1 and C2. How to get the two unknowns? Two values are given to you, Y0 and Y1. Then you shall be able to get it. This is the hint I have given to you. Chalo. Now, let's come back to again. So, I'm not discussing that because that was not the signals part. A hint is sufficient. Only calculations you can complete maybe 2 more minutes maximum. Input and output of LTI system are related by the differential equation. If the system is neither causal nor stable, then what is the impulse response of the system? Ab dekho. Okay. Now, of course, when the question is asking impulse response means what? Impulse response means the inverse Laplace transform of transfer function. And transfer function is defined for zero initial condition only. Okay, zero initial condition. So when I want to talk about the impulse response, impulse response and transfer function are Laplace transform pair, and transfer function is defined only for zero initial condition. So whenever you want to relate a question with the transfer function, of course zero initial conditions will come, and taking the zero initial condition, the now conversion of this equation will be s square ys minus s into ys minus 6 into ys is equal to xs. So what is the transfer function of the system? What is the transfer function? Hs. Impulse response ht hai. So hs, the transfer function is defined as the ratio of output to the input Laplace transform. So that is 1 upon s square minus s minus 6. Let me factorize this also. Okay, so this is going to be h of s is equal to kitna ho gaya? So when I factorize s minus 3 and s plus 2, because minus 3 plus 2 will be minus 1, minus 3 into 2 will be minus 6. Okay, so I have 1 upon s minus 3 is multiplied by the s plus 2. Correct. Now I can even split into the partial fraction 1 upon s minus 3 minus 1 upon s plus 2. Let us see whether it works out or not. I am just solving it by the intuition. Okay. So how much is this going to be? S plus 2, s or s cancel, 2 minus minus 3 will become 5. I need only 1. So divide by 5. So 1 by 5 aa gaya outside. This is the partial fraction. Okay. Now what are the poles here? S is equal to 3 and minus 2. The system is neither causal nor stable. What should be the ROC? The system neither causal, matlab the ROC should not be right sided and it is not stable. So ROC should not include the imaginary axis. Should not include the imaginary axis, right? So what are the ROCs possible? When there are two poles of the system, what are the possible ROCs, right? Sigma greater than the greatest pole, outermost pole, right? Sigma less than the innermost pole, the smallest pole, and number three, sigma between both the poles. So -2 less than sigma less than 3. अब देखो होगा क्या? First case sigma greater than 3, right sided ROC. Right sided ROC is for causal systems, right? Third case, ROC includes unit circle. System will be stable. ROC includes the unit circle is for Z transform. I'm sorry for slip of tongue. ROC includes the J omega axis. This includes J omega means sigma equal to 0. ROC, whenever it includes sigma equal to 0, then the system is stable. I want ROC such that the system is neither stable nor causal. So this is our choice. It is left sided, so neither causal. Sigma less than -2, so sigma cannot be 0. So it cannot be stable also. So sigma less than -2 is the correct choice for the ROC, right? So let me write down the HS once again. HS is 1 by 5, 1 upon the S plus 3 minus 1 upon the S minus 2 with the sigma less than -2 is the ROC. So sigma less than left sided ROC. Left sided ROC means both the signal should be left sided. So what is the impulse response HT? It is 1 by 5. 1 upon S plus 3 is for e power minus 3t u minus t. Now these are basic Laplace formula. I have already revised in the beginning. This should be very clear in the mind so that you are fluent in solving this question. Minus 1 upon S minus 2 again minus e power plus 2t u of minus t. So that my answer is impulse response HT is 1 by 5. This becomes plus e power 2t minus e power minus 3t is whole multiplied by the u minus t. E power 2t, correct. E power plus 2t आना चाहिए, नहीं minus 2t नहीं आएगा. I think there is some typo error. That is 100% sure. कुछ mistake तो नहीं किया? नहीं correct. I think यहाँ पे reverse कर दिया. No, I think here I reversed the data while writing. This was S minus 3 and this was S plus 2. Perfect. So this is minus of e power plus 3t. तो यहाँ पे भी change करेंगे. Just wait for it. Okay, so this is e power plus 3t and this one is minus e raised to the power minus 2t. Okay, so I have 1 by 5 e raised to the power minus 2t minus e raised to the power 3t. Okay, so e power 3t with minus 1 by 5, option number B. Option number B. Perfect. Option number B is the very correct answer. ठीक है? Yes, Chinmoy. Option number B is the very, very correct answer. Okay. Chalo. Moving ahead to the next question on the screen. The Laplace transform of ft is given to you. What is the Laplace transform of gt? Now there is a very simple relation between ft and gt. Okay. That you have to identify. Ft is 2 under root t by pi, and in the given signal gt, it is in the divided by root t. So what is the differentiation of root x? 1 upon 2 root x. So when you differentiate the ft, when you differentiate this is 2 upon root pi. Root t ka differentiation is 1 by 2 root t. So देखो 2 cancel, you are getting 1 by root pi t, and that is actually what is the gt. Now the question is solved. Gt is f dash t. So what is the Laplace transform of gt? S, first derivative property, as I told you, s into fs minus f0. That is s into fs. Laplace transform of ft is given to you, s ki power minus 3 by 2 minus f0. F0, when you put the t equal to 0, 2 into 0 is 0. So initial value is 0. Answer is power 1 minus 3 by 2, power is minus half. S power minus half. The correct answer is the s raised to the power minus half. The correct answer is s raised to the power minus half. s raised to the power minus half. Okay, s raised to the power minus half. S raised to the power minus half. Chalo, cool. Okay, moving ahead to the next question. Okay, a GATE 2001 simple question of a Z transform here. The ROC of the Z transform of unit step function is ROC of the Z transform of unit step function. See guys, some important points again to be remembered here. Okay, when I talk about a power n un, what is the Z transform? You should all know this, 1 upon 1 minus a z inverse, or also known as z upon z minus a, with the ROC mod z greater than mod a. Okay, so if I put a equal to 1, I will get un, unit step, and that will have the Z transform 1 upon 1 minus Z inverse or Z upon Z minus 1, but they are not asking the Z transform, they are only asking ROC. So mod Z is greater than mod A, that is mod Z greater than 1. Option number A is the correct option here. Okay, the ROC of unit step. So when you have studied Z transform, this should be a direct answer that you can take away. Option number A. Okay, acha. On the other side, if I want to talk about a raised to the power n u of minus n minus 1, this was right sided. This is the right sided story. If I go to the left sided story, right, a power n u minus n minus 1, this has the Z transform minus 1 upon 1 minus a z inverse or minus z upon z minus a with the ROC modulus of z less than modulus of a, interior of a circle, mod z less than mod a. Previous case, mod z greater than mod a, exterior of a circle, exterior of a circle. Okay, here this is interior of the circle having the radius mod a. Okay, acha. If I give you the next story, that is the two-sided, okay, that is a raised to the power mod n. What is the ROC? Only ROC case is important here. For a raised to the power mod n, what is the ROC? So again the ROC will be a finite ring. Okay, mod z between something and something. So mod z lies between mod a to mod 1 by a. Between mod a to mod 1 by a, provided that mod a should be less than 1. Provided that the mod a should be less than 1. Okay, so this is like a finite ring between two circles having the radius 1 by a and a. This is the ROC. So Z transform said the first important question is definitely based on the ROC. The first type of important question. That is why I am discussing these points here. Okay, it is a finite ring. Very roughly and with the rough sketches I am discussing, because we need to take up more questions rather than discussing lots of point here. Okay. Chalo. What is the next question here? Consider a discrete time signal given to you, minus 0.25 power n un plus 0.5 power n u minus n minus 1. What is the ROC of the Z transform would be? What is the ROC of the Z transform would be? What is the ROC of the Z transform would be? Okay, ROC of the Z transform. Now dekho, whenever two signals are added, ROC will be intersected. ROC will be intersection. Okay, it is R1 intersection with the R2. So what is the first ROC? A power n un. A power n un mod Z greater than mod A. Intersection with the second ROC. A power n u minus n minus 1, that is left sided. So ROC will be mod Z less than modulus of 0.5. Okay, so this is mod Z greater than modulus of 0.25 is 0.25. And intersection common with mod Z less than 0.5. So 0.25 se bada, 0.5 se chota. That means it is ROC such that mod Z is between 0.25 to 0.5. Okay. right? It is an annular region, ring. Annular region again means a ring, a finite ring between the two circles centered at origin and having the radii 0.25 and 0.5. This is the option number C. This is the option number C. So ROC questions are very important and very simple, and commonly they put it in the 2 marks also. Commonly they put it into the 2 marks also. Okay. Next question on your screen. GATE 2007, xz is equal to 1 minus 3z inverse, yz is equal to 1 plus 2z inverse are z transforms of xn and yn. A LTI system has the impulse response hn, okay, defined by these two signals. Hn is xn minus 1 convolution hn, okay, where star is the convolution. Then output of the system for the input delta n minus 1. Now, what is the meaning of impulse response, right? What is hn? Hn is given to you as the impulse response of the system. That means whenever the input is delta n, the output of the system, guys, is hn. That is what is the meaning of impulse response. The output when the input is unit impulse. Now apply the time shift property. It is a LTI, time invariant system, and time invariant system says that if input is shifted, the output is also shifted by the same amount. So if the input is delta n minus 1, so the output is hn minus 1. The output is hn minus 1. Okay, what is hn minus 1? What is hn minus 1? Tell me. What is hn minus 1? So hn is xn minus 1 convolution yn. What is hn minus 1? Right, that is equal to xn minus 2 convolution hn. See, if you want to introduce time shift in the convolution, you can introduce in any one of the signal. Xn minus 1 already there, it becomes xn minus 2, or you can write it like this also, xn minus 1 convolution hn minus 1, right? That h of n minus 1, that minus 1 time shift can be introduced either here or here, in any one of these two, okay? In any one of these two, that should be okay for you. In any one of these two, ठीक है ना? So let's take better the first case. Hn is as it is. Okay, hn is as it is. So I have output is equal to hn minus 1, that is xn minus 2 convolution with hn, right? And I want what is the correct option? What is the correct option? So अब इसका z transform क्या होगा? What is the z transform of the output? So xn z transform is given to you 1 minus 3z inverse, 1 minus 3z inverse, but xn minus 2 is multiplied by z power minus 2. Two signals are convoluted, so z transform will be multiplied. Hn z transform, hn, sorry, yn, sorry, this is y, slip of writing again. This one is yn and this one is yn minus 1, rest all is okay. Okay, so this is yn, and what is the z transform of yn? That is given to you yz 1 plus 2 z inverse. Now you can multiply and see what can be the answer. You just multiply and see what could be the answer. Okay, so this is z raised to the power minus 2. This is z raised to the power minus 2 को outside ले लें तो 1 minus 3z inverse plus 2z inverse. So minus z inverse minus 3 into plus 2, that is minus 6 z power minus 2. Now if I multiply z power minus 2 also, so this is z power minus 2 minus z power minus 3 minus 6 z raised to the power minus 4. So does it have the z transform z inverse into xz yz? No, it is having the z transform z power minus 2 into xz yz, right? It has a z transform, option number C नहीं, right? It equals what? ये इसके बराबर भी नहीं होगा. Does not satisfy any of the above 3. It is option number D, I feel. Okay, because this is equal to how much? This is equal to z power minus 2. This one xz, this one is yz. This one is yz. So option number A तो wrong है. It is having the z transform 1 तो कहीं नहीं आ रहा. No. So this is also wrong. Option number C is wrong. When you take the inverse also, na? When you take the inverse also, delta n minus 2, delta n minus 3, delta n minus 4 will come, right? ये नहीं आएगा, ये नहीं आएगा. I think this is not going to come. Perfect. This is not going to come. So option number D is the correct option. Option number D. Just check out. Yes, Manasvi Chinvoy, correct answer. It is the option number D. Yes, Ravi. So A, B, C, it does not match any of the A, B, C, so none of the above is the answer. Okay, no problem. None of the above is also a valid option. Nah? It is also a valid option. Chalo. Moving ahead to the next question on the screen. Taking the next question based on this, again a good question based on the Z-transform and convolution properties. The Z-transform and the convolution properties. The two causal discrete time signal xn and yn are given to you. If the Z-transform of yn is 2 upon z, z minus 1 whole square, what is the value of x2? If the Z-transform of yn is known as yz, that is 2 upon z, z minus 1 whole square, z minus 1 whole square. So let me make you one more thing recall. What is the Z-transform for n a power n un? The Z-transform for n a power n un is 1 upon 1 minus az inverse whole square, or this is also az inverse upon 1 minus az inverse whole square, or this is equal to az is divided by z minus a whole square for the ROC mod z greater than mod a. For the ROC mod z greater than mod a. Okay. So az upon z minus a, z minus 1 whole square aa raha hai yahan pe. Okay, z minus 1 whole square aa raha hai. So I am just going to relate this to xn first of all. Okay, what is yn given to you? Yn is given by summation of xm from m equal to 0 to n. Summation property of Z transform. If xn is having the Z transform xz, summation of xm is having the Z transform xz divided by 1 minus z inverse. Okay, so this is equal to 1 minus z inverse can be written 1 upon 1 minus z inverse. I am writing z upon z minus 1 xz. Okay, so what is the value of xz? Xz will be z minus 1 divided by z into yz. This is z minus 1 divided by z into yz, where yz is 2 upon z minus 1 whole square. So z minus 1 is getting cancelled. 2 by z square, z minus 1. Acha. Actually we don't require this, but I have just written, no problem, we have revised this. Okay, 2 upon z square, z minus 1. Keval z minus 1 bacha hai. Or this can be further written as, see, better write it as z upon z minus 1, because z upon z minus 1 is the Z transform for unit step. Okay, if you multiply z denominator one more z, you will get z cube. Okay, you will get z cube. So what is xz eventually? 2 upon z cube. Upon z cube. तो पहले इतना लिखते हैं 2 upon z minus z upon z minus 1. Z cube of the denominator I write it as z power minus 3 in the numerator. So what should be the value of the xn? Guys, if I forget this, then the answer is 2un. If I erase this, then it is 2un. Z upon z minus 1 is the Laplace transform for un. But z power minus 3 comes for time shifting. Z power minus 3, so 3 units right shift, un minus 3. 2un minus 3. Now what is unit step function? We know it is equal to 1. So 2 into 1 is 2 for n greater than equal to 3. Because n minus 3 has to be positive, greater than equal to 0 for the existence of the unit step. Or else it is 0 for n less than 3. So question is asking what is the value of x2? What is the value of the signal at n equal to 2? At n equal to 2, the answer is a 0. What is the value of the signal at n equal to 2? The answer is 0. What is the value of the signal at n equal to 2? The answer is 0. The answer is 0. Moving ahead to the next question on the screen. Okay. Chalo. Gate 15, a good question. A good concept question. If xn is an absolutely summable discrete time signal, its Z transform is a rational function with 2 poles and 2 zeros. The poles are z equal to plus minus 2j. Which one of the following statement is true for the signal xn? Which one of the following statement is true for the signal xn? For the signal xn. It is an absolutely summable discrete time signal, and Z transform is a rational function, 2 poles and 2 zeros. And poles are located as plus minus 2j. Because it is an absolutely summable signal, that means ROC should include what? For absolutely summable signal, ROC should include unit circle. ROC should include unit circle. So where are the poles? Poles देखना पड़ेगा. Plus minus 2j. So what is the magnitude mod z? Mod z is equal to 2. ROC should include the unit circle. ROC should include the unit circle. So what should be the ROC? Combining these 2 points. Pole to 2 पे है. Mod z equal to 2. The pole lies on the circle. Mod z equal to 2. So ROC can be either mod z less than 2, mod z greater than 2. But you want the inclusion of unit circle. Unit circle means mod z equal to 1. So to include mod z equal to 1, you have to come less than 2. You have to come below 2. So ROC is mod z less than 2, right? What is the correct answer? It cannot be causal. It cannot be causal. Because mod z less than 2 is the interior of a signal. You have a left-sided signal. What type of signal you have? You will be having a left-sided signal as I have described you. Okay, left-sided is not causal, right? Left-sided does not mean finite duration. Finite duration ROC is again the entire Z plane, right? Or maybe except Z equal to 0 infinity. The correct answer is non-causal. There is no data for periodicity. It is not periodic, it's a left-sided. Periodic signal will exist from minus infinity to infinity. No? It is complete two-sided. So this is also wrong. Option number C, it is a non-causal. Pure conceptual hua. It is pure conceptual, nothing calculative, but relating the various properties of ROC and poles and the Z transform. That is why I told you in the beginning, with respect to the Z transform, with reference to the Z transform, the questions based on ROC are actually ROC and poles. Their connections are very important. Put it as simple 2 marks question. If concept is clear, there's no calculation. Okay, there isn't much calculation. Going ahead to the next question, this is again a good question. So GATE 15, I have observed some good questions. IIT Kanpur recently GATE 15 जो conduct किया था, good questions of Z transform, conceptual questions of. Good does not mean lengthy, conceptual. The pole zero diagram of a causal and stable discrete time system is shown in the figure. Okay, the zero at the origin has a multiplicity of 4. So this zero as the origin is 4 times. The impulse response of the system is Hn and H0 is equal to 1. We can conclude what? Ab dekho. We can conclude what? Right. So what are the poles? Let me write down the poles here. Let me write down the poles here. Okay. 0.5 real part, 0.5 imaginary part, and quadrature of poles is given. What is the zeros? Z equal to 0, 0, 0, 0. What are the poles? Z is equal to the poles first conjugate pair 1 by 2 plus minus j, यहाँ ऐसा लिख देते हैं, Z is equal to 1 plus minus j by 2, and next minus 0.5 plus minus j 0.5. So minus 1 plus minus j divide by 2. These are the poles. Okay. So what is the transfer function? So what is the value of the xz? It has to be some constant k. Zeros are only at origin, that too 4 times, so z power 4. That is why you get the root z equal to 0, 0, 0, 0. Divided by, you have to solve this actually. You have to solve this. Okay, this you can solve it up. Maybe 1 minute time you can take and you can solve it up. But okay, right now we have many more questions to discuss. So when you solve it up, it will be 1 minute around calculation. Very simple. Factorized equation I have given. You just have to multiply and apply some a plus b, a minus t identity. You are going to get denominator as z power 4 plus 1 by 4. Okay. So now let me start from here. Xz is k z power 4 upon z power 4 plus 1 by 4. So divide by z power 4. Okay. So you have k upon 1 plus 1 by 4 z power minus 4. Now this is going to be achieved. Xz tha ya hz tha? Acha, this is h. Okay, let me just follow the name. This is the h of z. This is the h of z. Z transform here is the z transform of hn. So what is the h of z, guys? This is k. 1. Bring this in the numerator. 1 plus 1 by 4 z power minus 4 ka whole inverse. Simplest possible solution I am giving you here. Okay. Now 1 plus x whole inverse. 1 plus x whole inverse is 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus minus etc etc etc. What property I have used? A simple series I have used. 1 plus x whole inverse is 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus x power 4 and etc etc etc, right? So I can say that h of z is equal to k minus k by 4 z power minus 4 plus k by 16 z power minus 8 minus k by 64 z power minus 12 and etc etc etc. Now dhyan dena, for a causal, they have told causal na, so for a causal signal, the z transform xz, या ऐसा लिख लेते हैं, the z transform hz is summation hn z raised to the power minus n. In general, the limit is minus infinity to infinity, but for causal starts only after n equal to 0. So for the limits causal 0 to infinity. When I open this, this is going to be h0 plus h1 z power minus 1 plus h2 z power minus 2 plus h3 z power minus 3. Only negative powers of z are coming, dear. Only the negative powers of z are coming. And what does this negative power of z concludes? Okay, whatever these coefficients are there, in general I can say what is hk. h1 is the coefficient of z power minus 1. h2 is the coefficient of z power minus 2. In general, hk is known as the coefficient of z power minus k. hk is known as the coefficient of z power minus k, right? So here, what is this? This is h0. Acha, question में एक और चीज given है. h0 is equal to 1 means k is equal to 1. h0 is equal to 1, so that means k is equal to 1. So this is minus 1 by 4, which is h of 4. h of 4. Z power minus 4 means the coefficient is h of 4. Next is 1 by 16, which is h of 16. Okay. Which is h of 8, sorry. Which is h of 8. Z power minus 8, na? Z power minus 8. What is the next term? Minus 1 by 64, and this is the value of the signal at 12, h12. Now, what is the correct option? Right. Whatever values of n you have, hn is purely real. There is no imaginary term. Is it real only for even n? No. Whatever n is coming, it is purely real. Purely real. Whatever numbers are missing, they are 0, and 0 is also a real number. Suppose if I ask you z power minus 1, where it is z power minus 1? Absent. So it is 0 into z power minus 1. Right. So what is h1? h1 is 0. That is also 0 is also a real number. Na? That is not out of this real box. Okay. So all values of n, hn is a real quantity. hn is a real quantity. Eventually the solution turned out to be simple, but the thought process, the approach of the question is a very good question. The approach of the question is a good one. The approach of the question is a good one here. Okay. The approach is good one here. Okay, rather than DTFT, let me first jump here to a DFT based question. Let's come up here. Let us come up here. Okay. Consider two real sequences with the time origin marked by the bold values. This is the bold value actually. This is the bold value. The first one is the bold value. x1n and x2n is given to you. Let x1k and x2k be the 4-point DFTs of x1n and x2n respectively. Another sequence x3n is derived by taking the IDFT of x3k, which is x1k, x2k. Right? Which IIT? IIT Kanpur, Ravi. This is IIT Kanpur questions only going on. Right? Okay. x3k. Okay, dekho. What is x3k? What is x3k? It is known as the x1k multiplied by the x2k. Okay, x2k. So what now? DFTs are multiplied when you take the inverse, na? When you take the inverse IDFT here, in the DFT domain, you have multiplication, and DFTs, Fourier transforms, are multiplied when the signals are convoluted. So what should be x3n? It is the x1n convolution x2n but IDFTs we all know are periodic. Okay, and between periodic signals we always have circular convolution. Between the periodic signals we always have the circular convolution. We have the circular convolution, my dear. We have the circular convolution. What is the value of x32? Now, how to solve the circular convolution? x1n and x2n is given to me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 0. And then you have 1, 3, 2, 1. 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay. The simple technique of solving this circular convolution is using the circular folding technique. Number 1. First element 1 multiplied by all the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 0. Now multiply 3, next element with all the numbers on the top. So see how much it is. 3 into 1, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 into 0. But write down the signals only from n equal to 0 to 3. It should be only 4-point representation. A very shortcut I am telling. See, method, how this is derived, we don't have much time now, but final method of solving the circular convolution. Whatever is the sample going outside this 4 length, circular folding will be applied and it is brought here. Now next 2. How do you solve the linear convolution? Again, you will do the right shift. Tabular method. When you multiply by the next element, one more unit right shift. So you start from the third position now. So 2 into 1, right? 2 into 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 0. But 6 and 0 outside the length of 4 will come here. Circular folding, they will come here. Okay. Now multiply by 1. Okay, so 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 1 into 3, 1 into 0. So 2, 3, 0 went outside. They will just be circularly folded. What is the circular convolution result? Add the column. So 1 plus 6 plus 2, 9. 2 plus 3 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 6 plus 2 is 11. 9 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. What is the value of x2? This is 0, 1, 2, 3. Right. What is the value of the x2? x32. This is the x32. Answer is 11. This is the x32. Because this is the n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Right. N equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So for n equal to 2, x32 is equal to 11. The correct answer is 11. So DFT's question, not only IIT Kanpur, but it is very popular these days. So be very well prepared in the DFT. And if you have any confusion, long time back I have taken a marathon session on DFT covering up A to Z about DFT. And this year also, if you wait, after some time I will plan for these important topics, standalone topics which are important and students need good practice. I will bring marathon. DFT ka ek aur marathon hum le lenge, where I will cover up entire DFT. With properties, with questions, with the circular convolution, circular folding, all varieties of question we will cover within one single marathon. Within the one single marathon we are going to cover, okay? We are going to cover. So correct answer here is the 11. 1, 1, 11. Okay? Yes, it's 1, 1, 11. Chalo. Moving ahead to the next question then. Because all this can be understood if you have gone through, because I am very quickly explaining these solutions right now. The next one here is again a GATE 15 2 marks question based on DFT. Two sequence ABC and capital ABC are related. Now you are able to see A is A plus B plus C. Now these are the twiddle factors coming up. The 1 W inverse W power minus 2. 1 W power minus 2 W power minus 4. Where Wn is e power j 2 pi by n. E power j 2 pi by n. Okay. Is equal to the A j power 2 pi by n. So what is this representation actually in front of you? What is this representation actually in front of you? Okay. What is this representation actually in front of us? What is this representation? अब आप देखोगे this A, this because twiddle factor, let's say, let me write down here, let A, B, C, let this A, B, C be equal to the DFT, and let the A, B, C, the small a, B, C be some signal xn. Why I am writing signal xn? Because this is what is the matrix that you use to compute the DFT. That is what is the matrix you use to compute the DFT. देखो only difference is यहाँ पे W को e power plus j कर दिया है, right? In many of the books you find it as reverse. How do you write down? चलो, how do you write down the DFT? चलो, let me write down this for you. DFT x of k, it is given by actually the formula summation n summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 xn e raised to the power, the real formula is e raised to the power minus j 2 pi by n e power minus j 2 pi by n into n, right? That is what is the formula for DFT, e power minus j omega, and omega is j 2 pi by n. Omega is 2 pi by n. Okay. Okay. This is what is the formula. Now here we write down that Wn is equal to e power minus j 2 pi by n, which is the nth root of unity. That is what we call it as the twiddle factors also. Then the DFT will become xk is equal to summation of the xn w raised to the power kn. Sorry, I missed k here. Wn raised to the power kn. Wn raised to the power kn for n equal to 0 to n minus 1. That is how actually we define Wn, e power minus j 2 pi by n. Okay, but one and the same thing, guys. If they want to define e power plus j 2 pi by n, if they want to define e power plus j 2 pi by n, what is going to come in the equation? What is going to come in the equation? If it is e power plus j 2 pi by n, already here it will be minus w power minus kn. W power minus kn, that is what is actually in this matrix. Okay, so this matrix eventually uses e power minus j 2 pi by n, e power minus j 2 pi by n into 2. So the computation that is actually going on is the DFT computation. So this is the DFT of the small signal ABC. Okay, it is the DFT of the small signal ABC. Now there is a transformation here. Okay, now what is the IDFT formula then? Acha, if this is the DFT, guys, what is the IDFT formula? Xn IDFT is then written as 1 upon n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k e raised to the power j e power plus j 2 pi by n into kn. That is the IDFT formula with the 1 by n factor coming up. इन दोनों को multiply कर देता हूं मैं, right? If I multiply these two, now have a look into the calculations with me. PQR is equal to, sir, देखो first row first column, it is just one. First row second column, so again this is w square. This is how much? W square. Then first row last column, so only w power 4. This is w power 4. Next आ जाते हैं, right? Second row first column, so only one. Corresponding elements multiplied. Second row second column, 0 w cube. How much it is? W cube. I will simplify the values later on. Okay. Then second row last column, so w square, w power 4, w power 6. I will simplify later on. Okay. Then last row first column, this is equal to 1. Then last row second column, so this is w power 4, w square, w power 4. Then last row last column, so w power 4, w power 8. Multiplied by what? A by 3, B by 3, C by 3. Now see dear students, this is equal to 1 w square, w power 4. What is the value of w cube? Because w3 is involved here, right? What is the value of, guys, what is the value of w power n, wn power n? It is always 1, because when you raise to the power n here, na, n cancel, e power minus j 2 pi by the Euler's formula will be 1. That you can try. Okay, so w power n is equal to 1. तो यहाँ पे जितने भी w3 है ना, w3 will be 1, because w cube, it is the cube of w3. Okay, so this is 1, this is 1. Then this is 1, w power 4 is 1 into w. देखो इसको क्या लिखेंगे? This is w into w cube, right? This is w square, w power 6. So w cube is 1 w. W power 6 will also be 1. So this is w square. This is w square. A by 3, B by 3, C by 3. Now, if this is the DFT given to you, what is the IDFT formula? See guys, if you have studied this DFT in the form of matrix, then this is not lengthy for you. I am explaining you, that is why it takes time. Now, what is the IDFT formula? IDFT formula means A, B, C has to be how much? 1 by n has to be 1 by 3 of the matrix, which will be in the form of 1 1 1 1 w square. Okay, in the direct matrix W inverse is giving, so here W, positive W will come, so 1 W square W power 4 of the capital A, capital B, capital C of the DFT. IDFT किसका लोगे? You will calculate the IDFT of the XK. This is the XK. 1/3 goes inside. 1/3 goes inside. Now please see carefully. What is the value of P? My answer is there now. What is the value of P? What is the first element? What is the first element? 1 W square W power 4. If I compare with the question, 1 W square W power 4 will come with A by 3. ये 3 अंदर shift कर देना आप, will come with the A by 3, right? So will come with this one, and that is the first element A. Correct? नहीं, 1 W square W power 4. I'm sorry. 1 W square W power 4. Third actually. This is the third. So answer will be C. P is equal to C. Q. Now Q is 1 1 1. 1 1 1 corresponds to how much? 1 1 1 is the first row, and the first row answer is equal to the small a. This is small a. Rest is R. Rest is R. 1 W W square. Sir, 1 W W square. Second row में आ रहा है, and second row answer is the small b. It is the small b. So this is equal to b. So PQR is CAB. PQR is CAB, CAB, CAB. Option number C. CAB option number C is the correct answer. Yes, Ravi. So this isn't lengthy. Since I'm explaining, if you have seen the DFT's representation in the form of matrix or in the form of Twiddle factors, your answer should be crystal clear on the screen. Nothing typical here. Nothing much typical here, right? So guys, that's it for the session. The time is already 10:10. That's it for the session, and yeah, probably DTFT and DTFS part I could not cover, but no problem. No problem. At least majority of the signal system question I've covered. The time is already up. Right, I will keep a simple password for today. Just now I have completed a DFT question, so the password will be DFT for the today's PDF to be shared in the Telegram like yesterday night I shared you. Right, guys, now see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. That is on the same BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube English channel. Do not forget to subscribe this. Tomorrow at the time of 8 p.m. Okay, at the time of 8 p.m. All of you are preparing for GATE, right? What is the right content to choose for GATE? How to gain the confidence? What is your confidence level right now, and how to boost up the confidence for preparation? Not only psychologically, but technically. Preparation से कैसे confidence boost होगा? But everything goes waste if you are not consistent. So how to maintain this consistency? We'll talk about the 3 C's in this particular session tomorrow at 8 p.m. on the same English channel. Okay, guys, once again, tomorrow at 20th August, 8 p.m., the BYJU'S Exam Prep brings a scholarship to make you earn up to 90% scholarship. You have to prove by performing in this test. Also, the GATE Champion Series. Yes, a live GATE workbook, because more than 500 questions is like a workbook for you. You get this workbook on the BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube English channel. Yes, on this channel, from 25th August, we are starting the complete question series to boost up your preparation, to convert you into the champions. Subscribe now, okay, to attend all these concepts, all these types of series, right? With this, I, Rakesh Talreja, signing off for the session. Bye-bye. Thank you. Stay safe. Take care. See you tomorrow again at 8 p.m. on the same channel. Do not forget to subscribe this. Bye-bye. Thank you. Stay safe. And meanwhile, let me just check if I have the, link for the tomorrow session. I will be happy to share you so that you can join up with that particular link. With that particular link for the session, which is coming up tomorrow. The 3 C's for the GATE preparation. The 3 C's for the GATE preparation. Just a second. Yes, here it is. The link is ready. Okay. Yeah, guys, this is the link I've just shared you. This is the link for tomorrow's. You can join tomorrow 8 p.m. with this link given above. You can set the reminder. Bye bye. Thank you. Stay safe and take care of yourself.